Good evening, Ijala. Good evening, Bumi. Good evening, Mama D. Adeyemo. Good evening. Good evening, sis. Toby. Hi. Good evening, good evening. Welcome, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Yes, Mama D, good to have you here. Thank you for connecting. Thank you, Ogado. Let me know where you are connecting from tonight. Let me know where you are joining from tonight. You're very welcome. Packaging is okay. I see you all. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're welcome. Okay. Ogado is connecting from Lagos. You're very welcome. Temi Moju, hi, good evening. Thank you for connecting. Thank you for connecting. What is TikTok telling me? Okay, awesome. You're all very welcome. Adúpẹ́ ẹ máa ṣeun. Adúpẹ́ ẹ máa ṣeun. Bàbá ẹ ṣé. Adúpẹ́ ẹ máa ṣeun. Adúpẹ́ ẹ máa ṣeun. Canada, you're welcome. Thank you all. Awesome. I see you all on TikTok. You're welcome. Amazing. Wow. It's another beautiful Tuesday, and this is Soul Clinic with the Soul Doctor. So thank you all so much for being here this evening. We're going to be having a very interesting, continuing our conversation tonight. So do me a favor, share life, just share the life with your friends, families, with anyone that you believe this life will be a blessing to tonight, because we are going to be dealing with some of the things that actually, we struggle with. Especially after we have gone through trauma. Okay, I believe if you can hear me on TikTok, please give me a thumbs up. Just want to be sure that I am live there. If you can hear me on TikTok, it's bringing up some messages. I'm not sure what that means. So if you can hear me on TikTok, if you're watching on TikTok and you can hear me, please give me a thumbs up on TikTok. I believe Instagram we are good. I believe not Facebook, YouTube. I believe we are also good on YouTube. So give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. If you're joining, let's know where you're connecting from, and then share the link. And let's get people to connect with us tonight as we, another 60 minutes of, amazing and interesting conversation, right? As we talk about purpose. Is purpose, purpose is one of the things that's had so many definitions, right? Just like love. Love is one of, I'm sure if I begin to ask people, what's the definition of love? People have so many definitions of love. Is that thing that you feel and, when you can't explain? Is that thing that makes you feel gish? Is that thing that gives you butterfly in your tummy? It's just everybody, a lot of people just have different definitions for love. And it's the same thing with purpose, right? A lot of people, there's so many definitions for purpose that you can begin to feel, okay, I'm so confused now. What exactly is purpose? But purpose is very simple, right? Is so simple. It is the reason why something was created. That's that. I mean, yes, is this one the blueprint of that? Simple, right? Definition is the reason why something was created. right? So if we're talking about you fulfilling your purpose, first, you have to know the reason why you are created before you can go ahead and realign with that purpose and fulfill that purpose. And we started to have this conversation that regardless of the experience you've had in your past, right? You might begin to think that, oh, because I've had this negative experience, then I'm no longer qualified to do this thing. So there is that self-doubt that creeps up somewhere inside of you, in so much so that you feel that you have the knowledge, you feel you have the capability, but you just feel you are not qualified to do that thing because you've had a traumatic background, because you've had a traumatic past, because you've gone through something painful in your past, and then you begin to excuse yourself from purpose and say, well, it's those people that should be doing it, look at their life is so perfect. They've never had any setback. Nothing has ever, the truth is everybody in one way or the other, right, have experienced some kind of setback in their life. Absolutely. Mama, the purpose can be seen as a reason or a why. In fact, if you want to simplify it further, just say purpose is your why. Your why, right? Why? Why? Why this mug? Why? Is it to put on my head? Is that the why? If I see this mug, right, and I'm like, this looks like a beautiful article, a beautiful piece, a beautiful object, but I wonder what it's for. I'm going to try and look for the person that manufactured it. I'm going to ask maybe the people who are selling it. So, what's this used for? How can I use this? What's this? So, the why. And again, we cannot talk about purpose without, talking about Miles Monroe's quote where it says, where purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. I think I said this the last time, that lots of us are abusing ourselves. You're abusing yourself is that you don't even know the reason why you are here and you are doing something else. Have you ever heard of that quote that it's a tragedy for a lot of people? They're saying they are climbing the ladder. I'm climbing the ladder of this, or I'm climbing the ladder of that. And then you begin to climb the ladder and putting effort and putting, your skill, your resources, and putting your time, your life, your blood. And then you get to the top of the ladder and you realize that you're actually on the wrong ladder. That's purpose. So when you don't understand purpose, when you do not know purpose, you might be climbing the wrong ladder, wasting resources, wasting energy, wasting your investments, wasting a lot of things, your time, your life, because you don't understand purpose. And it's very easy for people who have experienced trauma, right, to waste purpose, to disengage from the path that they're supposed to be on. And justifiable so. Justifiable. Because they're like, okay, well, if this has happened to me, then I'm not sure I'm qualified for this. Or we go back to those voices in our past. The voices that told us that you are not enough, you are not good enough, you can't achieve this, you can't achieve that. And those voices make us believe that, no, I can't do anything good in my life. Is it me, like people like me they are looking for? Because there's a voice in your background that told you that you're not good enough. Right? So purpose is your why, is the reason why you are created. And maybe before we finish this series, I will chunk into purpose itself, right? Because there are different levels of purpose, right? There's, for instance, as long as you're a human being, there's a purpose. There's a general purpose, all human beings. And because I'm a person of faith, one of the general purposes of human being is to be fruitful and to multiply. He says God created them, male and female, he created them, and he said to them, be fruitful and multiply. So this is not a unique purpose. It's for everybody that he created. Be fruitful and multiply. So how? How do I start working in that fruitfulness? How do I start working in that multiplication? I have to chunk down to find my own unique purpose. Because it might look in the eye of outsiders of the world that I'm fruitful and I'm multiplying. That is from their own calculation. But guess what? If I'm not, imagine athletes, right? About to run a lane and about to run a race rather, and everybody has their lane. So if you take your mind back to, even if you can't remember, go take your mind back to inter-house sports day in school. I don't know if you remember inter-house sports day in school, right? Where you have the yellow house, you have the green house, you have the red house, and then you have the, blue house. I think I was in the red house in my secondary school. So when you get on the lane, and maybe it's a 200 meters or 100 meters, oh my goodness, I'm taking myself back to, believe it or not, I was a sprinter. I used to do 100 and 200 and sometimes marathon, right? So imagine you are red, everybody is on their lane, and they go on your marks, get set, go. It's not how fast you are when you get to the finish line. Imagine if you get to the finish line and you are on the wrong lane, you'll be disqualified. That's not your lane. Excuse me, why did you leave your lane? So you have to be on your lane and get to the finish line. And we can equate that with purpose. It's being in your lane. Finding your lane and staying in your lane. Purpose. Simple expression, I see you. Cute stick. I see you. Good evening, Honeyland. Hi, hi, hi. Thank you all so much for joining. Honey 1969. Good evening, Shewa. Good evening, Peter. Good evening. Thank you all so much for connecting tonight. I see you. Amazing, amazing stuff, sharing and getting people to join us tonight. We are live on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. So, your race, your lane. You have to be in your own lane for you to win that race. Otherwise, you get disqualified. And the truth is, sometimes, right, while you are in that race, right, you might, I saw a video recently, right, but you might maybe trip, fall down, or something happens, and you're expected to get back up and keep running your race. But sometimes, because of the experiences we've had, we're like, okay, let me just get to this lane. Especially if it's a marathon, you see, you can get to a turn where a particular lane feels faster, feels shorter to the end goal than the other lane. You might say, oh, let me just cross lane and come here so that I can finish quickly. You will still be disqualified. So my question to us tonight, have you figured out what lane you are on? And I know it's a question that people have. Somebody still sent me a message today. Please, how do I find my purpose? I know it is a journey, that a question that a lot of us are still trying to answer. And you see, purpose evolves. But you need to know. You need to find out what it is, right? And at some point, either next month, probably it will be we're looking at the calendar now to see how we can fix that in. We're going to be having a boot camp, a master class, about 4 or 5 hours, focusing on purpose. Because you don't want to start another year and in the wrong lane. So it's not about productivity. It's not about I'm doing this, I'm making this, it's not about that. It's about checking if I am on the right lane. It's about asserting that this is my lane. And sometimes being on your lane will not be comfortable. Sometimes being on your lane might make you doubt if you're actually on your lane or in your lane or on somebody else's lane. Right? So it is important, Michelle. I see you, Mirabelle. Hi, Linux. Hi, good evening. Thank you so much for connecting. Okay. Amarachi, good evening. Priceless. Hi, honey. Hi, good evening. Bless you, bless you, bless you. Dave B Football. Thank you so much for connecting. TikTok just keeps telling me to do this and that. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna ignore all the things he's telling me to do. Well, you guys are good, right? So let us quickly, right? That is purpose. It is the unique expression of God's intention through your existence. I love Jeremiah. He says, before you were formed in your mother's womb, I knew you. And you see, that verse gives me comfort that even if I don't know myself, God knows me. And when we start to actually go down into practicals of steps to feel this, to find and stick to your purpose, the main and online step is alignment with God. We can say so many other things, so but at the end of the day, we come to alignment with God. Because He knew me even when I didn't know myself. And when He knew me, He ordained me, He gave me my purpose, the blueprint for my life. I remember what I said about trauma. I've said this before about trauma, that trauma distorts, right? 4 areas of your life. It distorts your perception of yourself. So you lose your identity. You don't know who you are again. You are confused, right? Sometimes people take on another person's personality. They take up a different persona just to cope with the trauma that they are in. And so even when they're outside of that traumatic environment, they forgot to drop that persona and enter their own original persona. But because I'm already used to this. So it distorts your personality, yeah, your perception of yourself, of who you are. Then it distorts your perception of people around you, right? Other people in your life, or a particular group of people, a set of people. You begin to generalize, you begin to nomenclate, you begin to say, well, these people are this, these people are that, and it's trauma that is talking. So you see, because of what I do, when I have conversations with people, right? Sometimes I just say to myself, it's trauma that is talking. So by the grace of God, I've gotten to a place in my life where it's very difficult for you to hurt me. It's very difficult for me to just do something to me that I will be offended. I'll be like, I can't believe she did that to me. I can't believe he did that to me. Because I will always look through the lenses of what I do, and I will just say, it's trauma. Trauma is talking. It's not her. It's not him. It's trauma. So for me, it's okay. And my heart is just, I hope you get better. I hope and I hear people say a lot of things, or I hear somebody say, oh, I'm just like, it's trauma. It's trauma. It's okay. It's okay. No need to take it. It's not that deep. So people begin to look through the lens of their trauma to respond to people. And then number 3, trauma distorts your perception of the world. So you can come to a place where you fix your belief, right, on negative things that happened in your life. So for instance, somebody can come to a place where they say to themselves, the world is not a happy place. There's no happiness in this world. You can't find happiness in the world. Or they say, you can't trust anybody in this world. Have you heard that before? People, you cannot trust anybody else in this world. So how do I know that it has become a belief? When everything I do is based on that, you cannot trust anybody in this world. So when I meet somebody for the first time and I begin to relate with the person, somewhere in my mind, I'm suspecting that person. I'm waiting for when that person will reveal themselves. He's just pretending. she will soon show her true self. Oh, he's just pretending. He will soon show himself. Trust. You can't trust anybody. People they're always pretending. They're always lying. It's the belief. But you know what happens? Truly, to your words, after a few weeks or a few months, that person will do something to you that will make you say, I said it. Can you see? Can you see what has happened? I knew it. I said it. You cannot trust anybody. Look at what he did. Look at what she did. I knew it. I said it. Do you know what happened right there? It's something I normally say, that the quality of your life is directly proportionate to the quality of your beliefs. For as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. Whether you believe you can or you believe you can't, you, my dear, you are correct. So when you believe that nobody's trustworthy, that people will always hurt you, people are bad, if that is your belief, even when good relationship comes into your life, right? Because your belief creates, right, your vibration. We are energy beings. Science has proved that we are energy beings. We carry energy. And see, the law of attraction is a secondary law to the law of vibration. I've had people come to say, why do I always attract this kind of people? Why do I always have this kind of people in my life? It's something we'll deal with beliefs, belief change. Right? So in NLP, there's an intervention called belief change that will help you to turn around those beliefs. Because as long as you believe that nobody is trustworthy, now you have that belief creates an aura, an energy, a vibration. So when people come around you, they are feeling that vibration. And guess what? It's only a matter of time before that thing manifests. Oh yes, the quality of your life is directly proportionate to the quality of your beliefs. I actually believe people are inherently good, but recently that belief has been described as naivety by others. Okay, so I'll balance that for you, Amarachi. Ify Pink, hi, I see you. Good evening. Great Salvation. Good evening, Kola. Good evening, Mikaela. Hi, good evening, Mirabelle. Good evening, all. Thank you so much for connecting. Thank you for joining. So, Amarachi, I love that. I love that, perception that you are bringing to this conversation is really a very, very, very lovely one. So, yes, and again, I will talk about my book. Actually, this book answers that question. It answers that question. Now, the tag is how to blend gentle dove with wise serpent. If you don't have this copy of this book, I don't know what's going on. Go and get your copies on Amazon, right? So, everybody is inherently good. Now, sometimes you say to yourself, I've had clients who say to me, I don't even want to be kind again. I don't want to be nice. When I was kind, when I was nice, this happened to me. It's actually, I want to change. And I'm like, you can't change who you are. You can't change. You're going to be frustrated every single day of your life because now you are trying to be who you are not. Who you are is who you are. If you're an empath, you're an empath. You can't do anything about it. Right? But you can grow. You can what's what I'm looking for? You can tough English. Even the Yoruba is not even coming. You can improve on who you are. That's still not the word, right? But I can just manage that. So it's like my fingernails, my fingers, right? This is my finger. This is not these are my nails, but I've got some, embellishment to make it look this nice. So I can say, oh, my fingers are not as nice as I would want it to be. But I can do some things. And for me, I believe this is my own point of view. So you can argue with me, it's fine. It doesn't matter. I believe that God created every human being beautiful. There is no human being that is ugly. And I believe that God gave wisdom to people who have created beauty hacks, different beauty hacks, right? To help us look better. Put in the work, put in the efforts, grow yourself, improve yourself, develop yourself. So, this example might not be accurate, but I will still use it. If you're a woman or you're a man, right? All things being equal, right? QED. You're a man. There's nothing you can do about it. Remember, I said this. We know what I'm talking about. Let's put ourselves inside this box and talk about this. Let's not think outside the box, right? If you're a man, you're a man. There's nothing you can do about it. If you're a woman, you're a woman. There's nothing you can do about it. So it's the same thing. Like I'm an empath, right? If I start to say I want to live, I don't want to be an empath again. I'm going to be self-sabotaging, and I'm going to be putting a lot of work to be who I'm not. It's not, see, who you are comes to you naturally. That's why you see some people do some things, people who are gifted in some things, talented. And you'll be wondering, how do you do this? How do you know, so I've had some opportunities to be close to some big actors, and I'll ask them, how do you just do this? And for me, I'm like, wow. But for them, it's natural, it's a talent. So it's not work to them. But if you now try to be that when you don't have the skill to be that, you are now putting extra work. It's like when the Bible says that the edge of the knife, if it's not sharp, you use extra work to use it. But if it's sharpened, it's easy. So let me come back to that question to say, who you are is who you are. Don't try to change who you are because of your experience. What you just need to do is to develop, grow. One of the things that I ask God to help me to do every single day of my life is to grow. So the Jola-Grace of yesterday must not be the Jola-Grace of today. The Jola-Grace of tomorrow must be wiser than the Jola-Grace of today. Grow every day. It's still me. I'm just growing. I'm developing. I'm becoming a better version of myself every day. Not for anybody else, but for me. I have to do it. I have to keep growing and improving myself. It's part of the hacks of purpose. Realigning and fulfilling your purpose. Growth is that. So you see, it is still a negative belief to think that if you think everybody is good. Okay, let me go back to that. There's that thing. That if you believe that everybody is good, as that your belief that everybody is good, right, means that you are naive. Whoever or the people that said that to you, the less they are using to talk, right, is that of negative experience from their past. Trust me. So you see what I do now when I meet you. I believe you're a wonderful person. If I meet you for the first time, I'm like, you are an amazing human being. You're created by God in the image of God. And I'll relate with you in my heart as an amazing person. Right? But remember, my gentle dove has been blended with white serpent. Because the Bible. Be gentle as a dove, but wise as a serpent. So I believe you are a good person, and I'm relating with you as a good person until you give me reason to believe that you are not who I think you are. So I'm not going to prejudge you. I'm not going to say, this person comes from this part, this tribe. Then that means that she must be like this or he must be like that. No. Not at all. I will wait until you give me evidence to prove that, I cannot trust you. But if you haven't given me that evidence, I'm not going to think that, hey, human being, you can't trust them. No. I will give you leeway. I would relate with you from a pure, kind mind. Meanwhile, right, my wise wisdom of the serpent is there because of what. So if I see you start to display some traits or some behavior, being naive is seeing negative behavior and tolerating it. And for a lot of people who went through abuse, including me, that was what we did. We excused bad behavior. Somebody comes today, tells you, look at you, calls you names, calls you foolish, useless, slaps you, and then tomorrow they come and say they are sorry. And you are saying, it's true. Actually, it's not totally her fault, though. It's not totally her fault. It was because me too, I came home late from work. And it was the traffic, but I came home late from work. That's why she called me names and slapped me. Hello. Hi. Anybody home? Really? 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 No. So the wisdom of the serpent there is not excusing or tolerating bad behavior. If you show me that this is who you are, right? Maybe I'll give you 1 or 2 chances. But I see you repeat this pattern. Excuse me, right? That's it. Boundaries. You have told me by yourself, by your actions, that I cannot trust you. But I'm not going to come into your life with a prejudgment of, you cannot trust people from this place. So you cannot trust this gender. You cannot trust that gender. No, I'm not going to do that. because there are good people out there. Oh my goodness. I've met some amazing. Oh, so guys, I have to share this. I'll still probably put the video. I've been so emotional today in a good way. In a good way. In a good way. Mm. You know, one of my friends calls me, and she might not want me to put it out there, but I won't mention that name. But I thought I'm going to post the video anyway. She calls me and she was like, "Oh, sis, there's this thing that's been on my mind, and I want to talk to you about it. Can you come over to my house?" And I was like, "Oh, okay." I put my schedule and everything, but okay, that's fine. I will. And this happened today. I will. So I told her, okay, I'll come between this time and that time. Just okay. I'll give her about an hour and everything. And I just finished the session. I had to rush. So I had a meeting and everything. And I got to the place, knocked on the door, and she was like, "Oh, I need to send you something." So she sent me something. Said, "Okay, wait, I'm coming." I was like, "Okay, what's she doing? What's going on?" Only for me to enter a house, and then she had birthday balloons, she had decorations, she had flowers, the table was set, she had cooked a storm. And I was like, and she's been telling me, because she's Jamaican, and she's like, she's gonna cook jollof rice for me one day. She's made jollof rice, she's made rice and peas. And I was like, of course, I'm a crybaby. And I was just there and I was crying. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Don't look at my mouth now. You're not supposed to be looking at my mouth when I'm crying, guys. So you see, and honestly, I'm feeling emotional now. Okay, good emotion. But for me, it was the thought that, wow, there are still good people in this world. There are good people in the world. They're kind, compassionate, loving people in this world who have healed and not allowed their past experiences, their past traumas to turn them into, what's going on? Because some people are just always negative. For them, it's always strife. And if you go back and check, trauma, it's trauma. Something happened to them, somebody hurts them, and because that person hurts them in their life, they come to a place where they tell themselves, everybody in this world is bad. Excuse me, no. No. I went somewhere one day. I took somebody somewhere, and I've never met this person before. Yeah, absolutely trauma. Yes. Hey, Sister Joanne, good evening. Thank you for connecting. And so I took this person just to drop the person somewhere, and I was leaving, and the person they went to meet was like, "Oh, please wait, ma, and I was like, "No, it's okay, I have to go." And person, "Please, ma, just give me 5 minutes." And this person goes into their house, and then comes back with a bag, right? And I think there was food. I can't remember what was in the bag, but for me, I was touched, not by what she put inside, but the thoughts that you thought that, oh no, and she said something, "You can't come to my house and leave empty-handed." I was like, what? There are still people like this in this world? I was touched. So if I go around carrying, this world is a wicked place, you. Human beings, you cannot trust them all. Human beings are so self-centered. Guess what? Those are the kind of people I'll be attracting. Those are the kind of people I'll be attracting. But for me, you know what they say in law? You are innocent until what? Proven guilty. Good evening, Mary. Good evening, Favor. Good evening, Nick Atinuke. You are innocent until proven guilty. And it's easier to have an outlook of love, of kindness, of joy to life than that one of negativity, thinking that everybody is going to attack you. People are going to fight you. So you are ready. So somebody just says, excuse me. And you're like, what? You don't even know what they want to say. Calm all the way down. What's going on? It's easier to be happy, joyful, playful. It's much easier. I'll take that any day. But when you show me that I cannot trust you, you give me evidence that I can trust you, then, my dear, we set the boundaries. That's the difference. So I hope, Amarachi, I've been able to deal with that for you. Awesome, 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 awesome. So where were we the last time? There's so much to talk about, right, in this topic of trauma. We'll see how to go. So I think the last time, when you find purpose, lack of direction, did I not put it? Absolutely, I agree with you. Yes, yes, yes. It's trauma, past trauma. Yes, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so we're still here. My book from pain to purpose. So we're on page 57. So I'll just carry on. Right. So emotional pain causes a feeling of distress, hurt, and suffering, and it affects our emotional well-being. Emotional pain is real and valid to each person, be it the sudden loss of a loved one, lingering effect of childhood trauma, domestic abuse and violence, bullying, and all of that. Own your experience and heal from it. I cannot overemphasize the importance of healing. See, you can't fulfill your purpose except you heal. And the number one thing that I say to people is heal because you carry value. Healing itself is not the end, it is a means to an end. The end is purpose. The end is you fulfilling, aligning with your purpose and fulfilling it. So one of the most challenging aspects of emotional pain is its invisibility. Unlike a physical pain, which can be seen and validated through visible injuries or medical tests, emotional pain often remains hidden, making it difficult to acknowledge and address. This can exacerbate the pain and lead to feelings of isolation, shame, self-rejection, and self-doubt. And if you have of you, even if you know that this is what I'm supposed to be doing, you will constantly feel like that you're not good enough. You constantly feel that you're not qualified. You constantly will self-sabotage because you're doubting yourself. You're doubting yourself. You keep doubting yourself because of what has happened to you and because of the pain that you're carrying in your wound. So emotional pain can be deeply ingrained in our psychic, right? Stemming from past experiences, cultural conditioning, or societal expectations. For example, traumatic events can leave lasting emotional scars, while societal pressure can conform to certain norms. To conform to certain norms can lead to internalized shame and self-doubt. Remember, the cause of that emotional pain is not your fault. It happened to you. That wound, no matter how much, because you see, when we go through this kind of traumatic and still try to justify that it was something we did or we did not do that caused us that pain. It happened to you. The trauma, the abuse is not your fault. Drop the shame, remove the guilt, and heal. The truth is, emotional pain serves important purposes. It can prompt us to confront and resolve underlying issues, leading to personal growth and healing. Emotional pain can also foster empathy, compassion, connection with others who have experienced similar struggles, for we can always comfort other people with the same comforts that we have experienced. So, in my line of work as a therapist and a coach, I tell my clients that I understand them. It's not a cliche because I really do. I have walked the path they are walking and felt the emotions they are feeling. I am able to help them better because I understand them. Never expect someone, now this is very good. Never expect someone who doesn't understand you to help you. Understanding is one of the key ingredients to successful relationships. I'll read that again. Understanding. Okay. Never expect someone who doesn't understand you to help you. And this is not putting anybody down or pulling myself up. But I've had clients who have come to me and they said, oh my goodness, I've gone to therapy before, I've had therapy before, I've had coaching before, but it's as if they just don't get me. I remember one of my clients that said to me, he said, I had this coach that every time I'm telling the person what happened to me, the narcissist that I lived with, that the person will always look, that the coach will look at me funny, like, as if I'm lying. And you know that when you're talking to somebody and the person doesn't believe you, because communication is not just verbal. So from the body language, there are some modalities. You can tell that this person doesn't believe what I'm saying. And as a client, that throws you off. It throws you off. Never expect somebody who doesn't understand you to help you. By the special grace of God, the main reason why I'm able to help my clients today is because I have walked the path. I understand their feeling. Sometimes before they finish, I'll say, okay, and then she said this, Abby, and then he said that, Abby, and I say, how did you know? I know. I know. And one of the reasons I'm able to also help them, I said to them, listen, your feelings are valid because, see, especially if you've had a relationship with a narcissist, you think that you are going nuts. You actually believe that something is wrong with your head, that you are the problem. You believe it. You just think that, no, I think it's me. Something is wrong with me. And then you believe this one because of that one, but it's not true. Nothing is wrong with you. It's all part of the game. One of their modus operandi is to make you believe that you are the problem. Absolutely, they are, my sister. One of their modus operandi is to make you second guess yourself. That is why a lot of victims, abuse victims, right? They do what we call analysis paralysis. You can't make a decision. You can't. You struggle, you go inside the shop to go and buy something. You check this one, I don't know, is that fine? You check that one. You can walk around for an hour and you come out of the store not buying anything. Or you buy something and then you get to, you look at it and say, this thing, does it fit me? I'm not sure. It's analysis paralysis because they've conditioned your mind to believe that you cannot make any sensible decision in your life. You can't. There's something wrong with you. So when you start to talk to me, I'm like, it's okay. Don't worry. I understand. I get you. I've been there. And you see, a lot of people put themselves in positions where salt, so let me use that catchphrase, salt is added to their injury. Salt is added to their injury. So you see, there are some things that I would, so I'm a certified life and transformational coach, right? But there are some cases that I would refer to some of my other colleagues. So there was someone that came to me one day, and a case was, a lot of sexual assault, abortion, and stuff like that. I was like, I can go on this journey with you, right? But I believe there's my other colleague who's had similar experience, who can help you better. And I referred her to that person, right? Because you see, it's, if you are, and some people don't even have no clue what trauma is. They've not had any kind of trauma. So you see, and like I said, I'm not putting anybody down or lifting up myself. I'm just telling you the way it is, for real, for real. Because people have come to tell me, they would even tell you, make you think that something is wrong with you because you say you are feeling a certain way. And sometimes if it's within the religious environment, they will tell you, you are not a Christian, you are supposed to forgive. So this session today is for you. You have to forgive. And because you might even say after me, I forgive, and then you say it, and then you get home, you still realize that I'm still hurt. I'm still hurt. And you're not like, what's wrong with me? God, what kind of human being am I? Why can't I forgive? And then you see the pain is actually aggravated instead of reducing. Imagine talking to a narcissist about all that. I know. In fact, narcissist will tell you that no, 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 no. Something is wrong with you. That person. But you can't tell. I don't think narcissists are therapists. I don't think so. I don't know, but I don't think they will be therapists. Yeah, but you might be talking to them in another capacity of authority. So that is why it is often said, find your kin, right, and stick with them. It's too much work trying to explain yourself to people. Oh my God, this is one of the things God delivered me from. I used to want to try and explain, I can't come to your house tomorrow because yesterday my cat had a baby, and then as we were going to the hospital, and then the baby now had delivered up this one, and then the dog now entered the cat's bed and then poo on the bed, and then it's a lot of work. Oh, can you come to my house tomorrow? Sorry, I can't come tomorrow. I'm so sorry. End of discussion. End of conversation. Because if you are my king, right? The fact that I say I can't come to your house tomorrow, you're not going to be upset with me. You understand, because you know me. You know that if I can come, I will come. But if you're not my king, you can't come. Why? Hey, I can't come. Sorry, I can't come. I can't come. So find your kin, stick to them. It is trying to explain yourself to people who can't or won't understand you. Because some people, I experienced this a lot, when I freshly exited their abusive relationship, and people will call me, wanting to hear my side of the story. And that was me trying to explain, I was trying to explain. And there was somebody that called me one day, and I was even like excited to talk to the person and try and explain, tell them my point of view. And then in the middle of the conversation, I realized that this person is not interested in hearing my side of the story. This person just called me to impose what was in their own mind on me. They don't care about me. They don't care about my experience. They don't care about my pain or my heart. They absolutely don't. I was about to. They don't care. They just wanted to impose what they believe I should do on me. And you see, when I understood that, I just stopped talking. I just allowed the person to talk, and I said, thank you very much. Bye. That was the end. Oh, yes. So they can tell you that you made the wrong decision. Oh, yes, yes, yes. That's all. They're not interested in you. Because I've said this times and times and times and over again, that people that care, right, or people that matter, they don't mind. They don't mind. But people that mind that you want to rest, or you want to be safe, or you want to be healthy, my dears, they don't matter. So find your kin is like a Chinese man trying to communicate with a Frenchman, an interpreter. Sometimes even with an interpreter, the core of the communication can be lost. Absolutely. Find your kin. Your kin understands you. They get you. Have you ever had people in your life who get you? I was talking to my sister earlier, and I was talking about my friend, and what my friend did today. And she was like, that's just God and everything. That's just God. Because this person gets me. In fact, I looked at the table and I was like, did I prepare this food myself? Did I lay this table myself? Did I cook? Because she knew exactly what I wanted. She had this prawns that she marinated. Oh God, don't get me started. I'm like, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Find your kin. So, like you have highlighted in previous chapters, healing from emotional pain requires acknowledgement, self-awareness, and the right support. This can involve therapy, self-reflection, creative expression, and seeking comfort from loved ones who understand you, right? So, pain often guides us towards purpose. Good evening, Blessing. Good evening, Ayo. Good evening, Ruski, Johnny, Evidence, Miss Prissy, Chi, the billionaire, Ngozi, Solomon. Good evening, all. Thank you all so much for connecting. I see you all on YouTube as well. Good evening. Thank you for connecting. So, Pain often guides us towards purpose, even though our purpose, this is good, our purpose preceded the pain, right? So pain guides me. So you will see, like I said, obviously not today, because just got about 7 more minutes left, but we're working on putting together a maybe 6 hour boot camp or something like that, right? Or over 2 days to act for people who are actually serious. Because if you, this is for those people who are serious, because we then go on to have follow-up sessions after that. Because see, purpose is your why. If this mug is put outside or put somewhere, I'll not be using, if the mug had a mouth, the mug would just be crying every single day. I was supposed to be inside your house in the kitchen. You're supposed to use me to drink. The mug will be crying. The mug will be so sad. So if you are not aligned with purpose and living true to your purpose, you will know deep on the inside. It's just that dissatisfaction, the sadness, quietly down there. How am I feeling like this? And you say, oh, let me just go and watch movie. Let me just go and drink. Let me just go and do this. Let me just go and do that one. You numb it, and then it comes back again, right? But it's it's possible to align and connect with your purpose. So listen to this. Purpose often guides us, pain rather, often guides us towards purpose, even though our purpose preceded the pain. Yes, the why, absolutely, Sister Joanne. Our purpose preceded the pain. So, for instance, I usually say that I did not become a coach and a therapist because I went through abuse. Listen and hear me very carefully. I did not become a coach and a therapist because I went through abuse. Meaning that maybe if I did not go through abuse, I would be an accountant. And I actually studied accounting in school, right? Maybe I'll be an accountant. Okay, blessing, stay tuned for that, right? So maybe I went through, I'll be an accountant, or I'll be a doctor, or I'll be this if I did not go through abuse. No, right? I went through, in fact, right, the abusive experience was part of my journey towards my purpose as a coach and therapist. I'll read that again. Try not to stop. Pain often guides us, is an indicator towards purpose, even though our purpose preceded the pain. So, for instance, I usually say that I did not become a coach and a therapist because I went through abuse. In fact, the abusive experience was a part of my journey towards my purpose as a coach and a therapist. Woo! That's powerful right there. That's powerful right there. So there is purpose inside that pain. Healing. Amarachi, healing. The pain is blinding because you are not healed. When you heal, you see. That's one of the ways you know you have not healed. When you heal, you will see. One of the things that I love to do with my clients, right? So, I normally say 3 phases. We treat the wound, you're still very sore, and then identity, regain with your identity. And then the last phase is purpose. That purpose stage is usually excites me. Helping you find your purpose is one of the things that excites me, right? Yes. You find it. Now, let's start doing it. So this one is pure coaching. We set goals. And I'll give you assignments. Go and research this. Go and do that. Go and do that. Create this. Create next time. Okay? Put this course out. One of my clients, we've been together for years, and she, in her line of work, she sets a course up. She delivered that course, and she was like, "Wow, I actually delivered this course from the beginning to the end." I said, "Well done. Well done. Now you're working in purpose." I'm very excited. Imagine if you didn't heal. Imagine if you didn't heal. So you see, you are still blinded by that pain because it's still hurting. It's not yet, that wound is not yet a scar. Hey, Brother Amos, good evening. Thank you for joining. To say hi. Adesoa, hi, good evening. Thank you for joining. When you heal, you will see, and it's no longer painful but experiential. Absolutely, it becomes a scar. I have a big scar here. It doesn't hurt me. It doesn't hurt me again. There was a time it was hurting me. Yeah, don't even hug me. But now it doesn't hurt me. That means it's healed. Right? So, understanding that my pain, my negative experience is actually a part of my journey. So the end goal is my journey, getting to that destination. That's the goal. That's where I'm going. But on that journey, I experienced pain. On that journey, I experienced trauma. On that journey, I experienced a setback. On that journey, this happened to me. On that, because see, your journey starts from the day you are born. Because for some people, theirs was childhood trauma. Childhood trauma. Something happened to you as a child. You went into pain. You were neglected. The love, the soul needs were not there. Sometimes the pain turns into bitterness and blinds the purpose. Yes, absolutely, parallel. It does, which is what we must not allow. Must not allow. We must not allow. You know, I normally share that. I had someone. I was speaking to someone some time ago, and guys, I don't know why I'm always vulnerable with you guys. Oh my god. Okay, well, here we go. Here we go. Another juicy story. Here we go. Another juicy story. Oh gosh. Okay, anyway. So I was speaking to some guy some time ago. Long time ago. And the guy was like, oh, I really like you, blah blah blah, and all of that. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. And he was like, but and then later on, he was saying to me that, you know, I was a bit scared that you were going to be harsh and, you know, very snappy and very difficult to deal with, you know, because of your experience. So I feel you have a thing for guys, and that, you know, that I would suffer a lot, you know, that's probably you that I will go to transfer that pain and bitterness to him. I was like, but you're so sweet, you're very playful, you're so, you know, that you're just easy to relate with and all of that. Rebecca, look at your nose. Eh? I know you love this thing. You love this. You know? And I was saying to the person, I said, why would I be that? Why would I be nasty? Why would I be bitter? Why would I be angry? Why would I treat you in a negative way? You didn't hurt me. You haven't hurt me. Right? So why would I be that? I can't be that. I am my original me, which is my playful, jovial, easygoing me. I'm very playful if you don't know that. Right? Sometimes I have to tell myself, okay, please be serious. This is a serious. I remember we're having I think it was Revenge to Excel, and one of my friends came up and we were just like chatting as if we were. I was like, do you know we're at an event, right? Let's be serious. Because life is beautiful. Honestly, life is good. God is good. Take a walk in the woods. Okay, if I say in the woods, like, what's in the woods? Take a walk. Just take a walk in nature. Look into the sky. Look at the trees. Look at birds. I love going to the zoo because I'm just intrigued by the creature. I'm awed, and I'm like, let me say it in Yoruba. Oluwa ma tobi o, awa married. Kabiesi. Because you will see some animals, you'll be like, what is this? God created this. What a wow. Life is beautiful. Oh, you must say, I don't believe you. What lens are you using? Change your lens, change your glasses. Change it. It might be the lens that you're using. But life is beautiful. The lens of pain and the lens of trauma can make you think that, oh, life is a wicked place. What are you focusing on? Sister Joanne, you are really playful and easygoing. I helped with you and a very thank you, sister. Thank you, sis. Don't take that work in subsidies in Nigeria, Sha. Amarachi. She said, don't take that work in some cities. You should have mentioned why. Why would you use as our land, beautiful country land? Eh? Be guided. Be guided. Mama D says, yes, coach, because you're focused on always seeing the positive aspect of reaching your goal. Absolutely. Absolutely. So it depends on the lens that you are using. And the truth is, you see, one of the ways, okay, well, I will still talk about it in details, right? Of also fulfilling purpose is the support you have around you. Ah, it makes a lot of difference. Which is why part of what we also do, right, in your healing journey is relational intelligence. And when we get that phase, right, in your one-on-one coaching and therapy, we look at the relationships in your life. We look at your values practically. And we begin to check your values with the values of those people that you are relating with. Because how do I find my kin? Value. Value. And you see, with your kin, you can be yourself. Oh my goodness. One of the prayers I pray every day is, Lord, divine alignment with my kin. With my kin, I can be naked and not ashamed because I know that my kin will not talk down at me. They will not judge me. They will not criticize me. They are my kin. I can be myself. I can be vulnerable with them. And relational intelligence, values. Do we share similar values? Right? And that's so important. So sometimes you have to pause and ask, why is there a pattern in my life? Because see, if there's a pattern, there's something you need to deal with. Because A, B, C, D, E, F, woman at the well. If those 5 guys, yes, maybe they might have scan, but why are you attracting them? Why are you attracting guys who are hurting you? Kin, blessing. I said kin, not lean. Kin. Find your kin, your kindred, people who are of same spirit with you, of same mind with you, right? Find them. Petros, Carmen, Emmanuel, Tito, if I see you. Thank you so much for connecting. So let's continue. Oops, time up, but I'll read more paragraph. We'll be back to continue on Thursday. In fact, I feel like just stopping. Okay, no, it follows. So remember, before we were formed in our mother's womb, God knew us and ordained us. He gave us our purpose. The word ordination there doesn't mean functioning as a pastor or an apostle. It simply means assigning roles and responsibilities of a particular assignment. Purpose. Remember that you are created on purpose for a purpose. Sister Joanne says, my closest buddy of life is 43 and I am 66. You don't look 66, sis. What? Some of you know who I'm mimicking. What? Oh my goodness, I'm such I'm in a very playful mood today. I think it's because my birthday is coming. My birthday is coming, mama, buy shoe from you. My birthday is coming, mama, buy shoe from you. Birthday is coming, mama, buy. So guys, okay, so on a more serious note, public service announcement. It's my birthday on Saturday. And I don't want virtual love. I don't want love in mouths, right? My love language is gift. Gifts. So please package the gifts. The iPhone 17s, the cars, the houses, the just package the gifts. Ask for my account number. If you can't post it to me, let my account as accounts here giz, and you're like, my phone drops because so okay, on a lighter note, where were we? Remember, right, that you were created on purpose for a purpose. I have to stop. I can't move on. You were, I can't go on. You were created on purpose. Sometimes I've heard people say, oh, I think I was a mistake. My parents have finished having 4 children, then they now had me. I was not planned. Excuse me? Excuse me? I'm just, I was an accident. And you see, sometimes the parents also say it. Oh, you are an accident. We weren't planning you. You just came. And that is you, human being now. Are you my creator? When God said, before you were formed in your mother's womb, I knew you. Excuse me, darling. You were created on purpose. Before I even go to the other side, wait for your purpose. You were created on purpose, intention. You are intended. You were created on purpose. God is very intentional. Nothing happens by chance. It was a coincidence. I was walking down the road and then I now saw the car and then the car now. No. God, especially if you are a child of God, all things work together for good. Our days have been numbered. He knows everything. It's intentional. He says the hair on your head plus your wig. Jola, be serious. They are numbered. They are numbered. You are an intentional product of God. I don't know who needs to hear this tonight, because I don't know why I couldn't move on. For you, maybe it was childhood trauma. And you just had that thing because they told you, they were looking for a boy and then you came as a girl. They didn't really want you. You are not a boy, you're a girl. That was one. Oh, they actually were looking for a girl and then they had you. So you weren't what they were looking for. And that's them. That is them. They are not my maker. They didn't create me. No, my spiritual mother said something to me during some very painful period in my life, and why I was still without my children and all of that. And she said, listen, baby girl, these children don't belong to you. They're not your children. They don't belong to you. They were sent to the world through you. They were sent through you. You are just a pipe, right? So imagine I go to the well and I want to fetch water, and I open the tap, and water comes inside my container. And I'm going, and the container, the pipe is trying to say, oh, but the water belongs to me. Come back here. Come back here. No. Once the water gets into my container, it doesn't belong to that pipe again. Right? So children are sent to the world through you. You don't own them. So you think they are owner. Pardon, I have to say that. The manufacturer, the CEO of the whole Wild World Incorporated, do you think he doesn't know what he's doing? Do you think he cannot look after them and take care of them because they are his? After that encounter, I went into a place of rest. I was like, they are not my children. They don't belong to me. They are God's children. So God cannot look after his children. As in. So it doesn't matter who your carrier is or was. God just used them. They're your transporter. Whether they were expecting you or not, God just used them as a transporter to bring you to this world for a purpose. Remember, you are created on purpose for a purpose, and where purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. Some people abuse themselves, I've said it before, because they don't understand their purpose. They mingle with the wrong people, they give access to those who are not beneficial to their destiny journey, or get into wrong relationships. I'll just finish. We're nearly done. Imagine if you are supposed to be traveling to Australia and you get to the airport and the staff asks you, where do you want to travel to? And you respond by saying, anywhere. I don't know. Doesn't go anywhere. Let me get on any plane. It's okay. Won't the staff be thinking, okay, they probably want to call the medical departments at the airports that I think we need to do some check on that passenger. They actually don't have a destination. You know, you say, I don't know. Let me just get on any plane. It's okay. It's better than staying here. It is better to be alone than to be on the wrong destiny journey. Chai. I'll read that again. It is better to be alone than to be on the wrong destiny journey. You see, some people's healing have been slowed down because of the people they have around them, their relationships. And sometimes in your journey of healing, you probably have to have very secure boundaries. You can't have a lot of people in your life when you are healing. You can't. You can't. See, okay, let's break it down. You go through an operation, right? Immediately you come out of the theater. They say, okay, you can go home. Bye. Have you ever heard that before? You say, oh, that's fine. As you're coming to the theater like this, they say, oh, where's your husband, your wife, your children? Oh, yeah, carry him home or carry her home. No. As you are coming out, they put you in a place called called recovery ward. They shall put you, the thing has gone off. If there's any doctor here, you can help me for nurse. They first of all put you in a particular room. I think it's recovery ward or recovery room or something like that. And even in that place, in that room, not all medical practitioners can come there. Maybe just one nurse, two nurses, and a doctor. Right? Post-op. Thank you very much. The post-op ward. They are what? Observing you. Checking this, checking that. Is he awake? Is she awake? They are checking everything. They are monitoring it. And nobody can come. No family will come and see you there. It's not possible. It's not possible. What are they doing? They are isolating you. Why? So that you can heal better. They are isolating you so that you can heal better. So you don't get infected. So nothing goes wrong with your recovery. When they're now happy that, okay, he's stable. She's stable. You know what they do? They now take you to the ward. They say don't send you home. Now, even on the ward, there's visiting times. And they will say only 2 people by bedside per time. Can you see the boundaries? You can say, my village, my village people, they love me so much. There are like 50,000 of them outside. Please, let them come and see me. Oh, in fact, they are the ones that contributed money for this operation. They have to be here. They will say, no, only 2 people. So maybe come 2 by 2, spend 5 minutes, go back, another set comes. Boundaries. They have to put you in boundaries. Because if you don't put that boundaries around yourself where you are healing, it's going to prolong your healing journey. And some people have been saying this journey of healing for so long. You know, in my own, when I was very raw, I can count the number of people I was relating with, maybe about 5 or so that were in my life for 2-3 years. Because I knew that I couldn't open up my ears, my heart, my ears to people because people will mess you up. Hey, I see Coach Adeoye. Good evening. It's been a long time. People will mess you up. But you see, that contamination, absolutely, Rolly. We can get contaminated. But you see, as I healed, I began to open up more. There was someone that said, I've been trying to reach you. I said, I just said that I can't be explained. I just say, so sorry. You know, it's been. But now I'm the one even reaching out to people. Hey, let's hang out. Hey, let's. Because now I'm so healed, nobody can contaminate me again. No, you can't. It's not possible. right? So let's finish up. Let's round up. And I said, okay, it is better to be alone than to be on the wrong destiny journey, which can be wrong relationships, wrong career path, wrong goals and aspiration. Also, when you understand purpose, you will stop comparing. Oh, this is sweet. You will stop comparing yourself with other people. You will focus on your own lane and keep moving. That's where we started from. When you understand, hey, this person is just doing that, so they're just launching that, hey, I'm so happy for them. They are working their scripts. They are working their scripts. They are on their own journey. They are doing what they're supposed to do. And I am on my own journey. As long as I can check and tick and say, yes, I'm on my journey. I have my navigator. The Holy Spirit is guiding me, is directing me. I'm in sync with my script writer. I'm not even the movie director. I'm just an actor. You know, it's easy. You go on set, the actor just comes, give you your script. And they say, yeah, where? Action! And then you are just reading, saying what is inside the script. It's very easy. And I don't have to worry will it end. So what will happen after this one now? The script writers go. So even if your own scenes is scene 1 to 2, and then the other person is, you don't have to worry yourself about scene 40. So what will now happen in scene 40? If scene 1, it's not your business. When you understand purpose, this is one of the freedom that God gave me. Understanding purpose and your own journey. I used to compare myself a lot with people. I would look at this person, the social media age. I say, they are doing that. They are doing this. They are launching this. Look at their. And then I'll be there, and then God. And then one day, oh my goodness, I hope we need to go. Afalakemi, hi. Sleeks, Rosa, hi. Bravo, Achiki, Aqua, hi. Good evening. Thank you so much for connecting. And one day, God said to me, which script are you running with? Who told you that you are late? Who told you that you are behind? Who told you that you are behind? Because when you've gone through trauma, you'll be thinking, if only this thing didn't happen to me. I know where I will be. You know that saying in where we come from. They say, if not for condition, we bend crayfish. I mean, that's how they say. If not for something like condition and crayfish. If not for condition, we bend crayfish. If I didn't go through that, I know where I will be now. I know what I'll be doing now. And then you have all of those things. And then that day I was so humbled. I said, I'm sorry, sir. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Lord, for the things I've made it. I didn't write the script of my life. I didn't. Now, condition will make crayfish bend. Absolutely. If not, hey, I know. Hey. Who told you where you're supposed to be? Oh my God, Father, please don't let me tell them that now. This one is private. No, I'm not telling you this gist. This one is I'm not telling you the gist. I'm not. You did this. Don't let me tell them that gist. Okay, let me just tell them, because I'll just tell them. So promise me that you will not tell anybody. Promise. You have to promise. Look at it, Rebecca. If I catch you, if I catch you, So you see, aproko, Rebecca. These people like Jesus. Father, where did I find this family from? Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'll tell you anyway. It's okay. So you see, Saturday is my birthday. Before I tell you, yeah, people go and send my birthday gifts. My birthday gift, oh. I don't want to hear a story. Gifts is my love language. Okay, let me tell them the gist before. So, anyways, my birthday is on Saturday, and I was like, I was really feeling. What's that feeling? I need to be able to elicit my feeling. Oh my God. So, I think I was feeling special and excited, because when your birthday falls on a Saturday, it happens once in every 6 to 7 years. So it's like you're like, it's a Saturday, we have to do something, we have to do this. By the way, I'm having a virtual celebration in the evening. You've seen that. So please make a note of scan the code, the link is there. Join me in the evening on Saturday the 15th as I celebrate my birthday, share the journey and what we are now doing. That is launching of Jola-Grace Academy. I'm so excited about that. So anyway, my birthday is on Saturday, right? Actually on it's 15th of November. That's my birthday. And I've said this before. Why am I going round and around? Just tell the gist, okay? I've said this before that I was conceived in love. So I'm a love. That's why I'm a love child. Love. I just love love because I was conceived on, so count it, 9 months back. November 15th, 9 months back. Yeah, what do you get? You get February 14th. So it's not my fault. I didn't so I say I should talk. So you see, I was not thinking, I said, my birthday's on Saturday. And people get married on their birthdays. So. So I'm actually supposed to get married this Saturday. That's in 4 days' time. Because it's a Saturday and it's my birthday. People get married on Saturday. I was like, I'm supposed to get married on Saturday. And I just heard, really? Says who? Which script is that? Oh, I don't understand. Who says who? Who says that you are supposed to get married on Saturday? Because the word is supposed to. Who said you're supposed to? Which script is that? Why did they write it inside? They're supposed, and I said, I'm sorry, it's true. I'm not supposed to. I didn't write the script, sir. Please forgive me. I'm not. No. I trust your script. It was just. I have some funny random thoughts like that. But the supposed to, I got a response that says who? Which script is that inside? Which script is that inside? It's not supposed to anything because our lives, our days, our journeys have been secured in his hands. He knows everything. Is the Omega. And when we trust him, he will make everything beautiful in our life at its time. Now, it's not in his time. It's its time that aligns with scripts. The script of your life, its time, the chronos time of that thing. So you see, there is a chronos time of me getting married. Is a chronos time. And in its time, it will make it beautiful in its time. The time that you will launch out big into that business, the time that you will meet that person, the time that you will find that job that you're looking for, the time that you will scale up, the time that you will have those children, the time that that person will turn over and give their life to Christ. In its time, there's a time and season for everything. The script writer is biased in your favor. I'll end with this. Let me see if I finish reading. Okay, I'll finish reading. Let me see before I finish. I have 2 paragraphs left. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. God is more interested in you fulfilling your purpose than you are interested in you fulfilling your purpose. Yeah. is more interested in you fulfilling your purpose than you fulfilling your purpose. Because see, God is not he's not a waster. He's a very shrewd investor. Very shrewd. You see what happened with those three guys? He gave one 10, he gave one 5, he gave one 1. He says, go and do business with it and come back. The one that said, I know that you reap where you don't sow, you do. So I didn't do anything with it. So take your money. What did he say? He says, you wicked and unprofitable servant. And you better know this. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's just flow. I'm trying to stop. I'm not even able to stop. You better know that you will account only for what he gives you. So stop looking at what he gave. So you see, the guy with the 5 could be looking at the guy with the 10 that, me, I only have 5. Give that one 10. I don't know why I give that one 10. And he only gave me 5. Maybe he's going to expect me to bring back 20. How am I going to get 20? So the guy that has 10 brought 20. The guy that had 5 brought only 10. But did you read your Bible? It said exactly the same thing to the two of them. So if the guy that had 1 had brought 2 back, that guy too will hear the same thing. Enter into the joy of the Lord. This same thing, because you will only account for what he gave you. I was sharing with one of my mentees the other day. I said, a lot of times we quote this part of the scripture, 2 are better than 1, for they have a good reward for their labor. 1 which is 1,000, 10 which is 2 which is 10,000. And you are, in fact, you see, at a point, there was a time when I said I used to compare myself. And one day when the Holy Spirit was correcting me, I was like, the people you are even comparing yourself with, are they 1 or are they 2? I said 2. I said, so they are supposed to be 10,000. Because they are 2. You are 1. Your own expected result is 1,000. But sometimes when you weigh it, you're like, okay, because it will only judge you based on what he gave you. It didn't say, why are you bringing 10? Look at your mates bringing 20. No. I gave you 5. I'm expecting you to do business with it and bring profits. I'm not going to compare you with the one that had 10. So 1 which is 1,000, 2 which is 10,000. A lot of times we forget. Single people, listen to this very carefully. You forget. So I'm single. I'm just me. I can't do much. But see, you can still chase something. You can chase 1,000. So why don't you focus on chasing that 1,000 instead of trying to chase 10,000 and trying to say, if only I had a second, then I can chase 10,000. No. Right now you can be chasing 1,000. You can still chase something. You can still make something out of your life. It will only get you to account for what he gave you. Stop. Compare yourself to other people. And ask yourself, what has he given me now? Whatsoever thy hand finds to do, do it with all thy might. If all you have, right, is a bowl of granite, go and sell it, make profit, save it, buy more granite, sell it, increase it, and scale up from there. Don't be saying, I want to, these granites are not fun. I need to get a loan so that I can buy a factory and start producing granites. Right now, all I have is just a tray of granites. If I am faithful with this tray of granites, guess what? It's only a matter of time. I will have a factory of granites. How did we even get here? What you have right now is okay. What's that you've got in your hands? We only have a barley loaf and 2 small fishes, 5 loaves of bread. And it's fine, bring it. That woman said, I don't have anything, just small flour to cook and then what do you have in your house? Just small oil. What you have is enough. Is enough. Make do with it. Stay faithful, and you will see increase. All those people that you're looking at, say, I wish I could be like that. How could it? They started from somewhere. They were faithful in the little they had, and then they started going up. Stay faithful. You will hear more stories on Saturday, the journey. You will hear more stories. Oh, Rolly, bless you. Thank you. You will hear more stories, and I will be very vulnerable with you on Saturday. I'll be very vulnerable with you on Saturday. Because I know that it's for you to grow and to become a better version of yourself. I don't have shame. I'm telling you. There's no they see me, they look at me like they are. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you say about me or what you think about me. It's not important. Because the last time I checked, your opinion, I did not go to Tesco or Sainsbury's to say, I fix my trolley and say, Madam, how are you going to make payment? I say, I have a lot of people's opinion. On YouTube, on Instagram, I have a lot of opinion. That's what I want you to pay. No, they will call security for me. So the last time I checked, your opinion doesn't pay my bill. So why should I be bothered about it? And you know me, if it comes to my mind to share, I will share because I know it's going to help somebody. It will help somebody. And also for you to know that we're all work in progress. I'm not perfect. I'm a work in progress. And you can, whatever it is in your hands, you can do something about it. And that's, so I saw Sister Joanne post something about being lonely in a marriage and things like that. Sometimes you can find yourself in that situation. That you're in a marriage, you're expecting support, and there's no support, and you feel alone. Yes, if I feel alone, I can still chase 1,000. Let me focus on it. Focus on it. So let's end, right? Oftentimes, God doesn't show us the whole picture, just a snippet, and expect us to trust him all through the journey. God only told Joseph that he will be a ruler. He did not show him the pit or Potiphar's house or the prison. But this stops. There is stop. See, your pain is a bus stop on your way to your journey. It's a stop. These stops were part of his journey to the palace. Purpose has a process. Purpose has a process. And pain is part of the process. Allow the pain to mature you. Allow the pain to teach you life lessons. Allow the pain to give you wisdom. Don't let it stop you. Choose to heal and walk in your own purpose. What a time. What an amazing, I've thoroughly enjoyed myself tonight. I'm so grateful. Thank you all so much for connecting with me. Thank you, TikTok. Thank you, Instagram. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you for connecting tonight. Thank you for opening your heart to receive. I believe this has been, not just a random idea, but also been a spiritual impactation. I feel it. I feel there's impactation tonight. Thank you, everyone that's connected to us tonight, everyone that's joined us tonight. Heal the hearts that are hurting tonight. Heal the hearts, heal emotional wounds, oh God. And I pray that you begin to give direction to those who are in need of direction towards their purpose. Lord, you've done so much for me. And I know that you are the same God. Begin to work miracles in the lives of your children, of your sons and of your daughters, to the glory and the honor of your holy name. In Jesus' name, amen. Ooh, thank you all. That's so clinic with the soul doctor is been so wonderful. Thank you for connecting. I'm going to see you again on Thursday. Remember, every Tuesday and Thursday we are here live and direct. And do not miss Saturday. And get ready. From next week, you can begin to enroll for. So if you want to become a certified emotional health practitioner, this is your opportunity. I'm going to be facilitating the sessions. It's not an online course that you just be self-paced. It's going to be live virtual classes. So enrollments will start from next week, and then the course will kick off in January. For somebody, this might be your purpose. You might already know that, okay, I think also want to be, be able to do what Kojola is doing and all of that, this is your opportunity to do that. And also remember that sometimes the Bible talked about taking from the Spirit on Moses and putting it on the 70 elders, right? So if you feel a connection, you feel, I think I want to do this, right? And this is your opportunity. So from next week, watch out for that. So thank you all so much, Sister Joanna. Thank you, Oniland. Thank you, Blessing. I see you all. I can't mention all the names. Or Aurelia, Ify, Pinky, Belonia, Queen. God bless you all, and I'll see you on Thursday. Bye for now.